Hey, good morning, superstar investor, owner, developer, right? Lenders, and a lot of professional in real estate out there that looking for way to invest and helping your client to increase cash flow, equity, and in today's market, right? So today I got a really hot topic I wanted to share with you, right? But on a day like this, we wanted to learn about deal. Obviously, I started a business back in '98. So over the course of 26 years, we've done so many deals. And we learned a lot from the process of doing that, right? But I want to share with you one of the deal that we do, right? And we involved with our partnership on the property, and this is the address, right? 2033 4th Avenue, Seattle, Washington, right? It's right by Belltown. Talk about location. It's a great location. It's right next door to Jupilut, another mechanical automotive shop, right? And underneath, very close to Seattle Center. So prime location, and the Hyatt and the best view for the property. It not just put up the $7.8 million and just buy the building and rent this building out. That's not how it works, right? And the best and the Hyatt and the best view for this property is still maximize the zoning, maximize the high limit, right? And also maximize the square feet, right? So what would that be? This is the Hyatt and the best view sample of the investment model that we have, right? So if you look through the city of Seattle, right, and you look through the work of the design, development, and maximum this use for this particular asset is 430 unit live work, right? And so this building is going to be maxing out on the zoning. And of course, whenever you buy an asset nearby all the competing property in the neighborhood, looking for the high and the best use. And it's always been our strategy of doing that, right? Because we do not, at the modern living companies model since 1998, helping investor build a client funder, right? And we wanted to, we don't buy the property for what it is. We want to buy the property for what it should be, right? And then put in the work, put in the expertise, and put in the management, put a team together and make the value of the property. So it is approved for the concept. We see the 430 units live work, right? So not just only building this one out, but we also fully furnish anything from F&E, everything inside the house, appliances, they're all 100% ready. So when the end user, we see the renters or the buyer that are going to buy this property, they're going to have with them is a turnkey, right? So they just move right in. So that the income rental, and that providing housing that desperately needed right now, in the downtown, in the very high density area, right? So we have the community doing that, and we be able to pay a lot of tax to the municipality too, right? And then creating some job for the construction, creating housing for the community. So this is a great business model on this day, and that's why we share with you this deal. Now, so the value for this property used to be, and the value after the value added, right? So what would be this property? Well, this property, if you look through the comparable, it probably will be at 24 million, and the original purchase is somewhere about 7.8 million, right? So that would be a good way to invest. So how do you make 14, $16 million on the asset for 2 year, 24 months, right? And that's what we do, right? So when you're working with us, whether as an investor, passive investor, or as a student at our internship program, we share with you creating and enhancing equity and development, right? So that will bring us to another deal that we do, and we have the property for sale on the market right now. We see the 19 beautiful home right here. We have a single family home. The original, we bought one single family home, right, for $940,000. So we apply our concept, which is high and the best use, right? We don't buy the property for what it is. We buy the property for what it can be, right? So what it can be for this particular asset is a single family home plus the lots that we can convert, change, and develop into another 18 home, right, on the market. And of course, we'd love to work with you as a broker, getting this to the end user, right? We'd love to work with you as an investor if you wanted to buy whether 1 unit for rent or 3 units for rent. Create fantastic cash flow located right in a very great area. So encourage for you guys to come by, take a look. And then we have another project next door, right? And we have 1 unit right now. It's the resale on the market. So this is the Kubota 1, right? So again, I bought this property directly from Washington Federal Bank in West Seattle, right? So one day, got a call from the bank saying that, Mike, we wanted to sell you the property, and they see the piece of land that needs help, right? So I say, well, I'll take a look at it, but then it's just a single family lot, like nothing on it. So we bought the property. If you look through whether Redfin or track record from the county, we bought this property for $510,000, right? And then what we do is we apply the highest and the best use concept. The highest and the best use for this particular vacant land is not just to buy the land and look at it, right? So we convert it into a 20 nice single family home back then when the zoning locally in Washington have not changed yet. So you can only build 1 lot per unit, right? So we maximum the concept by building 29 homes, right? So couple ways that you can exit on this here, right? Number one is that we acquiring it, we design to the highest and the best use, right? And we go and get entitled, we go get the building permit from the city and the county, and then we sell it to the builder, right? So then you took it from a $510,000 purchase into $240,000 per lot, right? Of course, you go from 500,000 and then selling it 2 years later for $6 million. So how do you go from 500,000 to a $6 million? It's what we call creating and enhancing equity training, right? So you value add it, you make it better. You don't buy them for what it is, right? It's just like Kubota 1 or Kubota 3. It's the same thing, right? So this is where you learn the strategy to make the property worth a lot more than when you find them, right? The market can go up, the market can go down. It doesn't matter because you don't have any control over the market, but you have control of what you do, right? But in this case, we force the appreciation, right? So we're gonna learn about the, ownership and the assignment. So you can access the property, acquiring it or buying it and change it or sell it to a different builder, right? So we're gonna learn. How do we learn about creating and enhancing equity, right? We're gonna learn through how do we increase more income, right, for the existing building. So, for example, if the vacant land on the first one that I shared with you, the land is worth $7.5 million. How do you buy this property expecting to make the mortgage for it, right? There's no such thing but the highest and the best yield is still 430, 42 story, right? And that's what we need to get into. So couple way when you're doing this. Number one, after you're done, you bought them for 7.5 million and you sell them for 24, right? 24 million. So you make your short-term income, or you partner with a hedge fund, insurance, bank, private equity, and go ahead and take it to the long-term process, which is building this out. But in these two assets I'm sharing with you right now, out of a 19 new homes that we're selling now, plus the 29 homes that's already sold, we apply both short-term and long-term, right? So with that in mind, it is very powerful for me to share in this deal, the 3 deal with you, and that's something that we do all the time. And we're gonna bring you the idea and the strategy and the golden nugget at our training program that you're gonna learn and you're gonna apply it right into your real estate business and investment and financing. Okay, and then let work together, learn together. We have our Tuesday program, training and coaching roll out to help you to improve your business and income, right? And we have our weekly on Thursday that where we rolling out a lot of business idea and strategy for you to grow, making money in today's market, right? It's really important for you to make money, right? To be productive, because we as a country, we need you to be able to be more productive and more profitable. When you more productive and more profitable, we have more housing created. We're creating more jobs. The municipality going to collect more taxes, right? Right. And in our case, we need to be for you to be more productive, because if you are a foreign broker, right? If you are a foreign investor, you investing with us in the regional center. And remember the concept again this year, right? It's all about USA. It's all about, making the United States, better place, right? So we draw more investment in real estate in our regional center program. And together with our powerful internship, 8-degree camp training for the investor and the mastermind that we have in our community, it's nothing but gonna propelling and helping your real estate funding and development and sell to the whole new level, right? So I'm inviting you to call our office below, right? Go and check out our website and then send us a message. Let us know how can we help you, right? To make more money and to prosper this year, right? Have a great one, everybody. Thank you.